Hey, welcome to this inspirational video. If you want to learn more about how to attract a partner into your life, then I'm going to be talking about it throughout the rest of this video, so stay tuned and let's begin. Alright, so a partner. You want a man or a woman. You're perhaps interested in getting your ex back? I see videos about that all the time. Though personally in my own life I never felt that I ever wanted to go back to one of my exes, but I guess people have their own reasons. Regardless, I wanted to talk about how we can actually create a meaningful relationship, and a future partner as well can be attracted through certain techniques that we can apply based on our own lifestyle. So one of them is that Wallace wrote a very obscure book called The Science of a Perfect Marriage. That's sort of the title. I'm paraphrasing here. I don't remember the exact name of it, and it's a book you can hardly find anywhere. I managed to get it from some obscure website. But in the first chapter, or in the introduction actually, he instantly said that men and women have to make the most of themselves individually so that they stay attractive to one another. So what's happening with most relationships is that we get kind of lazy. Perhaps once you have a partner, you have that man or woman in your life that you wanted, and then you become kind of lazy. You don't really feel like you want to put in any effort to be of any value to them. Whereas when you first date someone, you really want to put your best foot forward. But once you are kind of getting used to having that person in your life, you might stop doing that. So he instantly would already tell, you know, as a man and a woman, you gotta have dreams and goals and ambitions that you aspire to achieve from your own soul, from your own heart, that keeps you going in life, that makes you excited about living. And then as an individual, as you are operating from that state of mind, you become infinitely more attractive to your partner in this case. But even if you're single right now, by living like that, you become infinitely more attractive in general to other people, and therefore it becomes way easier to you to attract someone into your life that you could have a relationship with if that's what you want. Neville Goddard would simply say, in the case of marriage, that you would have to imagine having a wedding ring on your finger, and you feel it imaginatively and then live as though it were true, and then that person would show up in your life. My mentor in 2011, Bob Proctor, would actually say a very similar thing. He would say, create a list of all the qualities that you would admire in your perfect partner, and then look at that list and start to feel as if you already have that person in your life, and the law of attraction will bring them to you. This is really interesting because we have to experiment with it to prove this for ourselves. How I did this in my past was that I made a decision. When I was younger, I wanted to attract girlfriends at the time. I thought I was pretty interesting. I guess we all go through a phase like that when we're younger. So I would just create that feeling as if I was attractive to women in this case, and women would show up that would find me attractive and would want to date me at that time. So I have experimented with this, and I know from personal experience it works. The trick here is to indeed feel as if you're already attractive. But another thing that I also did at the same time was I was a musician. I love to produce music, so I was working on something I was very passionate about in general. Besides dating that woman in particular, or these women in general, I would always have something that I would really be passionate about and focused upon every single day, and I wanted to make it grow and become bigger and more successful with it. So that would automatically make me more attractive as well in their eyes. Because what happens even now, currently as I'm dating, is that women would tell me that I seem to be totally different than the average guy. Now, I don't say that to brag or to sound like I'm so special. I'm saying that because the fact of the matter is that most people get into a rut, and no wonder they become less and less attractive. You see, if a person is in a rut, all they have to do is open their heart and let it guide them towards a better, brighter future. One where they're actually doing something that is exciting, that they can feel passion for, that motivates them, that gets them going. When they wake up, they're like, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to do something great with my time for my dreams that I have. And then as they keep doing that, they start attracting more and more people to watch them. This was another thing that Wallace also wrote in The Science of Getting Rich, is that people have to be taught to become rich by creation and not by competition. Because as you're learning to create and be a bigger and better version of yourself, you're constantly creating yourself in a bigger and better attitude of life, you start to draw people towards you. People become inspired and interested in following you or being your friends or indeed dating you. So I think this is what you want to understand if that's your goal. Attracting a partner, your soulmate as some people would say. I have found from personal experience that all you really have to do is make the most of yourself, and as you do so through your passionate way of living, you attract all sorts of people, and then it becomes actually a lot easier as well to decide on who you want to date. That's how I've been doing it, and so far, sometimes I've been years for being single as well, where I didn't date anyone. I was just focused on my passion and my career goals. Other times I'm dating someone and I know that they are lifted up because of my attitude in life, because I don't really want to date any woman in my case that is slacking, that doesn't have dreams, that isn't ambitious, that isn't daring to go live in the way that she wants to live. So I draw that out from the person I would be dating and lift them up. And then I keep reminding them that all they have to do in life is to just make the most of themselves, enjoy the journey, do what you're passionate about, and the rest will take care of itself. Your life will become so amazing, you'll be attracting all sorts of people, business-wise, friendship-wise, and dating-wise, if you're single, that is, unless you're into, having a polygamous relationship. Some people are into that. But this is really the trick, I think, from personal experience. Now, what about attracting your ex? The only way I would see that ever work is, again, if you think about making the most of yourself so you become an attractive person. But another thing that I would suggest people do is also analyze why the relationship failed to begin with, because you can learn a lot from a broken heart. This is very important as well, to develop more insights into how you want a relationship to be, because there's a reason why your ex is your ex. Probably there were elements that you didn't really enjoy, and then you have to decide for yourself, is this something that I want to keep doing in this manner? If I'm going to go back with them or even with the next person, there's the thing. If you don't figure this one out with a future partner, you might still be stuck and doing the same mistakes that are ruining the relationship. But if you start living from a place of passion, of feeling that you're worth something, that you feel that you have something of value to share with humanity, well, then other people will start to see that as well, and they'll be attracted to you. And that will also help you with your ex, if again that's what you want. But it will most definitely help you attract someone perhaps even better than your ex. Now, I think the issue here is that most people, when they want their ex back, it's because they themselves are still in love with them, and for whatever reason they left them. They were not interested anymore, and this happens all the time. I know it's a painful moment and experience to go through, depending on how recent it has been for you as a viewer, if you're one of those. But you should never forget that you still have the power within you to attract whatsoever you desire to you. And the beautiful part about all of this is that all the ups and downs in life are all meant to help you grow and expand into a better direction. Become a more powerful human being, more interesting, more fascinated about life. And then it starts to overflow into your relationships. This is so beautiful. I see this happen constantly with my friendships. As I started this channel, my friendships have taken on a way more precious meaning. Like a more inspiring flow is going on between me and my friends. Because of what I do, I'm more and more inclined to help them see that they can do similar things with their passions in life. Because I'm just focused on making the most of myself and serving humanity with what I'm interested in doing with my time. Which is in this case, make videos talking about the mind and how we can live a more happy, fulfilled life. And that this journey is more satisfying. Because for so many people it isn't satisfying at all, because they're stuck, they're limited. Now, for a relationship, all you have to do again is open your mind and see within your mind's eye. What sort of relationship do you really want? How would you want it to be? What would it look like? What sort of activities are you involved in? What sort of lifestyle would you be sharing with your perfect partner? And as you zoom into that, through your consciousness, through your imagination, you start to magnetize yourself to that potentiality. You start to attract it as a possibility into your reality, because there are limitless possibilities, and all you have to do is open your mind and make it a magnet to the good you desire. So that's what you want to do in the case of a person. You simply want to see all the good in other people. And as you do so, as you train yourself to see the good in others, then people will start showing up that see the good in you as well. And that is how a wonderful relationship can start to develop once and for all. We no longer look at another person as if it's a bargaining situation where it's like, if you love me, I'll love you. Instead, you're gonna learn to love all of creation, and you'll become so attractive to everyone. That's kind of shocking. Of course, there will always be people who might not like you for whatever reason, but there will be an insane amount of people who will actually like that, because we're all dealing with all this negative stuff, all these heartbreaks and issues, that we need the light, we need the love, the infinite love that exists within your soul, because you're a child of God, and that makes you a great creator. And a relationship is no exception to this power, so give it a try. Now, if you're new to this channel, consider subscribing to receive inspirational videos on a regular basis. And with that being said, dear viewer, never forget that we are the dreamers.